Hello everybody, my name is Brady and we are back with another React video, and today we're going to be checking out more SamONella. We are almost done with his videos. I think we have maybe 6, possibly 7 left to do, so I thought I'm going to sit down and bang out a bunch of them today, and I'm hoping that by the time he comes back, if that does actually end up happening, I am going to be all caught up on his stuff. So you're going to be seeing a decent amount of SamONella videos coming up, depending on how many I have left. I haven't kept a very good track. Today we're going to be doing animal weaknesses. I'm not exactly sure what I assume this just means like a survival flaw that they have, like in their natural environment. This is just something that just happens to work against them. That's all I could imagine it possibly meaning. So it seems like a quite the SamONella subject. And when I was looking at the videos I had left, these are the ones that haven't gotten a lot of requests. And I'm wondering if we have like hidden gems coming up here, or we're scraping the bottom of the barrel and these are just like odd topics that people just didn't see as much in. I don't know, but I think this one seems kind of promising. So let's check it out. Let's get started.
Hey kids, when living things evolve, it's almost always for the better. After all, the reason genes get passed down is because of the fact that they help the organism survive. Occasionally though, adaptations that might help an animal in general can become huge drawbacks in other ways. Today, we're going to talk about some inherited traits that can end up screwing certain animals over if they're not careful. First is sloths.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we like to see ourselves as like the pinnacle of evolution. Sometimes humans have like that sort of arrogance there, but I think it could get better than us. Like having these things, look at these things in front of my face. Like maybe it would be better if these things were on like the side of my face, and then I could have like more peripheral vision or something like that. I guess that's probably the direction they're going to be going with. Like when you have things that are more like side viewing, go more to front viewing. That kind of would set you back in like a living in the wild survival thing. It wouldn't help you see predators or prey or whatever you gotta do. So yeah, okay.
So, evolutionarily, life has found 2 distinct methods to handling survival on land. You got the plants and the fungi who just kind of hang out, and then you got the animals who actually, do things. The sloth is the one member of the animal kingdom who was brave enough to say, alright, I made the wrong choice here. This whole mobility thing, way overrated. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm changing teams. The sloth's sedentary lifestyle is made possible by the fact that the creature has the metabolism of the average college kid, sleeping 16 hours a day and only crapping like once a week. However, while this lifestyle is easily sustained on a diet of Hot Pockets and alcohol, it doesn't work as well when you eat nothing but leaves, which provide very little energy relative to volume. Because of this, you can have sloths who straight up kick the bucket just from being too full. Their sad, slow sloth stomachs spend so much energy over so much time trying to digest the matter, that by the time they're able to start absorbing energy, they've already fallen out of the tree dead from exhaustion.
I heard something kind of similar, a little bit related about like koalas. I think it goes in a little bit of a different direction though. It's like what they like to eat doesn't give them enough nutrition, but they'll be a little bit picky as far as eaters go, and that actually causes them to be less efficient. So having this that's interesting. Maybe that's not quite the same, but I'm thinking of 2 like relatively slow animals, and I guess we have like different reasons for why that would. Koalas are slow, right? Yeah, they're like notoriously lazy, I believe. So like I guess you could compare them to sloths.
I learned about this next thing from my Uncle Harvey back when I was 8. He said to me, "Hey Sammy, did you know sharks die if they stop swimming?" At first I was skeptical, because this was the same man that told me that the squirrel on the road was just taking a nap. Several firm prods with a stick proved to me otherwise, so by this point in time, I figured Uncle Harvey just had a generally poor grasp on the concept of death. Apparently though, he was right about the first thing. Some species of sharks, such as great whites and whale sharks, need to constantly move forward in order to push new water into their mouths and through their gills. still so that they don't suffocate. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you had to keep running to keep the kite in the air, only instead of a kite, it's your respiratory system, and instead of the kite falling down, you would choke to death on your own deflated organs. Anyway, this method of breathing is known as ram ventilation. Following this logic, one would think that rams would then breathe through something called shark ventilation, but no, apparently they just breathe like everybody else. Next we have
That's a really I think I haven't seen the Jaws movies in years, but I feel like at least one of them had like a moment. Wasn't there a scene where like the shark went into like they put a shark, not the shark, but like a shark in like too small of a tank and it wasn't able to move and it died. Maybe that wasn't Jaws. Maybe that was another like shark related or aquatic animal related film. But I believe I've seen something like that before, and I knew that thing about the sharks. That's actually really interesting. What I'm curious about, like, if we're gonna get like water mammals, because they're confusing to me. Like evolutionarily, like how do you get there? But yeah, the shark thing absolutely makes sense. Ferrets, aren't they like really dirty and don't they get sick easily? Maybe that's what it was, but I don't know. We'll see what he's got to say.
ferrets. So in some cultures, ferrets are referred to as polecats, and there are two main theories as to why that is. Some biologists believe that the name is based on the fact that ferrets are an evolutionary hybrid of the pole and the cat, as evidenced by their shape and features. However, others believe that the name is actually an outdated piece of Nazi propaganda, designed to show that Polish people are so dumb they don't know what a cat looks like. Nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. They're actually called polecats because of the old French word pole, meaning chicken, which comes from the fact that these guys would always break into farmers' hen houses back in the day.
I'm glad he corrected that, because I would have gone on actually like believing that, because that he presented it in a way that sounded like believable. I don't know, maybe you guys are like, no, I don't, and I'm always casting doubt on a lot of the things that Sam says. I'm just like, no, that can't be true, but then I was willing to believe that, so it shows that I'm not the best judge of that sort of stuff.
Chicken, which comes from the fact that these guys would always break into farmers' hen houses back in the day. Back to the matter at hand, though, there is one critical difference between ferrets and cats. When a cat eats some weird household item, it can always just vomit or crap it out, problem solved. However, things get a little more complicated when your intestines are the size of shoelaces and your body is shaped like a sideways question mark. In fact, ferrets are probably the easiest to clog animals in the world. They can get blocked up and potentially die just from a few of its own hairs or a cherry pit or something getting lodged in their intestines. And it takes more than just a pipe cleaner to fix that kind of issue. Most ferret parents have to take their pet to the hospital in the event of a blockage in order to have the obstruction removed through surgery. So unless you want to pay thousands of dollars in vet bills, make sure to keep an eye on your ferret so it doesn't end up killing itself on something random.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Help, I can't shit no more!
5 gum. Stimulate your ferrets.
Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm SamONella, and thank you for watching.
I wonder where my pet is right now. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. Okay, sometimes I lose him. He's just wandering throughout the room. So that was simple but interesting. I think that had. I think there's a lot of potential for like a part 2 of this one. Like, I know he doesn't do part 2s often, but like this is one of those. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of animal weaknesses out there. So I would hope that he would go down this rabbit hole a little bit more, because there's so much there. Maybe if he's having trouble figuring out what video to do next, maybe he could do an animal weaknesses part 2. That'd be really cool. Because, yeah, there's a lot of material to work with there. Evolution is a pain sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work out as it's not a perfect formula, one would say. So thank you guys for watching this. This was really cool. I'm gonna be checking out more SamONella real soon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. All right, become a channel member, damn it, and buy a sticker. All right, bye guys.